Hey everybody, this is GGB. We're getting into our third divisional round game, and I hope you guys are excited. I gotta say, this would be probably the biggest upset I've ever seen in my entire life. The MAC, they look great. They really did. They look phenomenal in the first round, the wild card round, to beat the Independent Chiefs. They looked completely in control in that game. They looked like the better football team in this game. But the SEC is a different beast. You got to know that, right? Heading into this game, you're talking about a team that their running back room goes Derrick Henry, Nick Chubb, Alvin Kamara. You're talking about a receiving core with top three receivers are Mike Evans, Amari Cooper, Justin Jefferson. And you're talking about Kyle Pitts, Hunter Henry, and Dawson Knox as the tight ends in this room. One of the best offensive lines in all football. The defense is borderline god level. It's just you're looking at this from just a purely rational perspective, and it's going to be a tough one. It's just going to be a tough one for the Giants to conceivably win. Now, it is possible. The Giants, this is going to be a tough one for the MAC to win. I was focusing on the Giants because I want to point out that the New York Giants' home field advantage is away teams, players fatigue faster, so I like to point that out. But the MAC, it's gonna be a tough one to win. It's gonna be hard. It's possible, but you're gonna have to play the best football of your lives if you are the MAC Rams right now. You cannot make any mistakes. Great kickoff to start. Dak Prescott's their quarterback. So the reason why the SEC is yet to win a Conference of Champions, because you look at it, they've either the best team or the second best team every year. The reason they've yet to win it is because they don't have an elite quarterback. Like you look at the ACC and the Big Ten and the Big 12, all three of those teams have won a Conference of Champions championship, and the common denominator between the three are elite quarterbacks. Look at Tom Brady, talking about Lamar Jackson, his MVP season, and Patrick Mahomes. The fact is, as much as you love Dak, you're not putting him in that tier. Okay, shotgun here for Dak Prescott. Derrick Henry beside him. Looks like a five-man rush by the Rams. They go play action here. He fires it downfield, and that's going to be incomplete. Great defense there to start out the game. And I guess we should talk about this MAC defense a little bit. It's not the best defense in the world, but it does have some very, very good points. You're looking at the defensive line. Khalil Mack is going to be coming on pressure a lot of the game, and Max Crosby from the other edge, and that could be significant. Two tight end set here coming up. Shotgun by Dak Prescott. Four-man rush, it looks like the MAC. They're going to hand off to Derrick Henry. He has some running room. He's going to bulldoze some guys to end up getting 6 yards in that play, but it's going to bring up a third down. So interesting big down here for the MAC early on. Remember, if you're going to win this game, you're going to need a lot of breaks, and you're going to need to play some gosh darn near perfect football for the MAC. It's going to be interesting. So, yeah, moving forward, it's definitely going to be interesting. Shotgun here for Dak Prescott. 3rd and 4. Big down. He takes the snap. Four-man rush. He has plenty of time. He scrambles, eventually pressured up the middle. He has some running. He's sacked. Oh, what a great play. Up the middle, Terrell Basham. He's going to be coming in on the inside a lot. Rush defensive tackle is a position he mostly plays, although he plays right end for this football team. He is the second best defensive end on the team, so therefore he plays right end, even though he's the second best left end. But he plays rush defensive tackle on rushing plays, simply because Khalil Mack will come in and he'll play rush left end, and then Max Crosby will play rush right end, and then up the middle, if you're providing pressure, is Terrell Basham. Terrell Basham gets a huge sack there. And right off the bat, big 3 and out for the SEC. The punt is off and away by Briston Colquitt. It's not going to be all that returnable for the MAC Rams by Antonio Brown. And onto the field comes Big Ben Roethlisberger. And honestly, did not expect a 3 and out. I did not expect a 3 and out on the first drive of the game for the SEC. This would be the biggest upset I think I've ever seen in my entire life. This would be pretty crazy if the 10 seed could come into the 1 seed and beat them on the road. And this would be a miracle run, Cinderella story for the MAC. Their last year with Big Ben Roethlisberger at quarterback. It'd be pretty crazy. Pretty nice story to go out onto for the Big Ben Roethlisberger. Pretty good story to go out on top now, but chance to win this one. Looks like probably a mid-blitz, although they could back out. Shotgun for Big Ben Roethlisberger. He back out. Four-man rush. He's pressured almost immediately. Gets it out under pressure. Only picks up 3 yards. And this is going to be a significant problem for the Big Ten. Just looking at it from a perspective of, you have players that are going to be rushing the passer like Myles Garrett. And on the other side, you're only going to have Daniel Hunter, Jonathan Allen, Chris Jones, which is bad, but also not horrible. But on brush plays, you're probably going to end up seeing a lot of Von Miller and Zadarius Smith in your face. Look at that defensive line, 3 superstar X Factors and 1 superstar. Empty set here for Big Ben Roethlisberger. Takes the snap. Again, he actually had some time on that play. Great pass, got the first down. 13 yards, actually, since run after catch. It wasn't that hard of a throw, but gets it off to Kenny Golladay underneath, and he fights his way to the 47-yard line. And yeah, if you're the MAC, this is the way you got to do it. The defensive line for this team is too good. Offensive line right now for the MAC is holding up rather admirably right now against this amazing defensive line. They really only have a couple great players on their team, and that's Brandon Brooks and Brian Winters, and they're up the middle. Under center here with trips to the bottom of the set is Big Ben Roethlisberger. He's going to go pass again. He fires it quickly underneath to an open man for about 9 yards. That open man, I believe, is Antonio Brown. Actually, Deontay Johnson on that pass. And honestly, all 3 of their receivers I expect to see a lot of playing time. A.B., Deontay Johnson, and Kenny Golladay are all probably going to be needed if they have any chance to win this game. But right now, they have a very good drive going. Kareem Hunt lined up beside him in the backfield. Tight set at the bottom. Takes the snap. Fires it quickly to Deontay Johnson. And he picks up the first down and 5 more yards. And yeah, I mean, Big Ben Roethlisberger has it figured out. I mean, this is Big Ben Roethlisberger's format, is getting it out quickly. But it's perfect right now. I mean, could not be more perfect in this game, is getting the ball out quickly. 2 tight end set under center. Here's Big Ben Roethlisberger. Goes play action to Kareem Hunt. Immediately pressure, but he's able to fire downfield. That's going to be intercepted. Oh, great defensive play. Pressure. And Stephon Gilmore is able to pick it off. And this is why the defense is one of the best defenses in the entire NFL. If you look at the SEC, it's simply because of that secondary. Tre'Davious White and Stephon Gilmore are the top 2 corners. And then you got Tyrann Mathieu and Minkah Fitzpatrick at the safety positions. Not to mention your nickelbacks, Marlon Humphrey. So elite defense. The Max defense immediately put back on the field. Not immediately. Great. It was a good drive. Unfortunately, Big Ben Roethlisberger took a shot, and that's what you gotta not do, right? I mean, eventually you have to take those shots. You have to take the risks, but right now they weren't covering the short routes, and it was working perfectly for you. The defensive line, yes, they were eventually getting pressure, but the fact is that defensive line is always going to get pressure, and the fact is you have to take the dump offs. That's how you're going to win this game. Shotgun here for Dak Prescott. He's going to go play action to Derrick Henry. Fires it wide open over the middle. And he strips off a tackle, gets all the way 19 yards on that play. First completed pass of the ball game going to Amari Cooper. And yeah, Amari Cooper is probably a player you're going to hear a lot. He's the number 2 receiver for this football team, 91 overall player out of Alabama. Mike Evans is a player that you probably should hear a lot as well, but it's gonna be interesting. Mike Evans is a 92 overall player, and honestly, the MAC's a little bit outgunned here, but we'll see if maybe they can make up with that little bit of strategy. Shotgun here for Dak Prescott. Play action to Derrick Henry. He tosses it underneath to an open Hunter Henry, I believe, picks up 6 yards on the play. Brings up a 2nd and 4. Tackle made in the open field by Adeniyi. Adeniyi is gonna Lasaka is gonna be the right outside linebacker for this football team. Under center here is Dak Prescott with 3 tight end set. He's gonna go hand off to Derrick Henry. He's gonna fight his way up the middle, pick up about 6 yards, and that's 2 more than they needed to pick up that first down. But yeah, the linebacker core of this team is not the strongest thing in the world, to say the very least. Khalil Mack is obviously an elite player, 94 overall. This is their one great player on the defensive side of the ball, but he's going to be rushing the passer a lot of the time. Under center here is Dak Prescott in a tight formation. He's going to go pass here. He has some time. He fires it. That's going to be caught. And it's going to be a little bit short of that first down marker. Gets about 7 on that play. Pass to Amari Cooper. Tackle made by Jimmy Ward. Jimmy Ward is a very good player. And I got to say, their safety core is not bad between Jimmy Ward and Jaleel Addae. But their secondary is actually pretty good. They bring their fullback on the field, 2 tight end set. They're going to go hand off to Derrick Henry. He's going to get tackled almost immediately. It brings up a 3rd and 3, actually, from about midfield. Good defense there by the Mac to stop him almost immediately as soon as he gets the ball. Don't let Derrick Henry get running downfield. That's how you got to stop him. Trips to the bottom of the set. Dak Prescott under center. Derrick Henry lined up directly behind him. He's actually going to pass it here. Khalil Mack beats him off the edge, but he gets it off quickly to, I believe, Kyle Pitts, maybe. Yeah, Kyle Pitts on that one. He picks up the 9 yards in the first down. And yeah, Khalil Mack, you gotta hope that your defense lasts a little bit longer than that, because that was a great pass rush move. Khalil Mack had an open shot at the quarterback. He beats his man off the edge, and he has a chance to sack Dak Prescott if that's a little bit better covered by Nate Holley. Nate Holley is a player that probably normally does not see the field all that much. But, certain dime sets, he's going to see the field. Shotgun here for Dak. They're going to go handoff, and he's going to be tackled for, Derrick Henry is going to be tackled for about a 2-yard gain there. Good play made there by 92, Adeniyi. Adeniyi is going to be seeing the field a lot, as I said before. He's a starting right outside linebacker for the football team. And expect to hear the names Steven Means, Robert Spillane, and Adeniyi a lot. Under center here, 2 tight end set is Dak Prescott. He's going to go handoffs to Derrick Henry once again. Derrick Henry's immediately going to get tackled for only a 2-yard gain. Great play made there coming in by Khalil Mack. Brings up a 3rd and 6. And what else could you expect from Khalil Mack? And if you're the Mack, this is a chance for a big stop, right? From here, it's a 54-yard kick. The SEC's kicker is Evan McPherson. It's a pretty good kicker. Shotgun here. They're going to go screen, pass. He's able to get it out to Derrick Henry, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds about 2 yards short of that first down marker. Great push out of bounds there. Big clutch play made on the defensive side of the ball. Brings up a 4th and 3. This is going to be at a 50-yard kick. We're going to see they're going to trot Evan McPherson out on the football field, most likely. Actually, they're going to go for it. They bring heavy formation and 3 tight end set. They bring their fullback out onto the field. Under center, here's Dak Prescott. They're going to hand off to their fullback, and he's going to run for a first down. He picks it up. Kerry Blasingame. Don't expect to hear the name Kerry Blasingame a lot, but he does pick up the first down there, and that was a big first down to keep that drive alive. And that kind of does suck if you're the Mac Rams. Get a big stop on 3rd down just for them to go for it on 4th with Kerry Blasingame. Under center with 2 tight ends is Dak Prescott. Takes a snap, handoff to Derrick Henry. He's able to weave his way for about a 4-yard gain. And Derrick Henry not able to find too much running room here early on. Ulysses Gilbert III, the starting middle linebacker for this football team, a 70 overall player out of Western Michigan, makes the first tackle of the ball game for him. Looks like probably a pass rushing formation here for Mac. Shotgun here is Dak Prescott. He takes the snap. 4-man rush. He has plenty of time. He fires that ball to a wide open Amari Cooper. He reaches out. Touchdown, Amari Cooper. That's kind of what I expected. First drive of the game. A little bit thrown off by the Mac playing such great defense. But yeah, the Mac has shown some good things here early on. I want to make sure this touchdown doesn't overweigh the fact that they have done some very, very good things here early. The defense on that first drive was superb, and even on this drive, there were certain points where definitely the SEC could have been coming away with no points. or just a field goal if they kick the field goal on 4th and 3 instead of going for a fullback dive, which you have to have superb confidence in your offensive line to do that one. And not to mention the offense, until Big Ben Roethlisberger threw that pick, they were driving down the football field without the defense really causing too much havoc. Again, you got to figure out a way to get your defensive line involved. That's something, not defensive line, I'm sorry, running back. You're going to have to find a way to get Kareem Hunt involved. Just got to say that right off the bat. I mean, it seems obvious, but Kareem Hunt has to be involved here. If you really want to have a chance to win this thing, you have to find ways, ingenious ways, to get your running back going. And that's Kareem Hunt, and you got to figure out ways to do it if you're Sean McVay. This is going to be returnable by Antonio Brown. He takes it about the 5. He's bringing it up the middle, and he brings it up to about the 27-yard line where he's tackled. And onto the field comes Big Ben Roethlisberger. Big Ben Roethlisberger, I would say, had a very good drive last drive until the interception. Right? He was driving that team down the football field without much to worry about. I mean, it looked pretty great. There was obviously defensive line. He was getting pressure off the edge, but he was getting it out quickly. And the drive was working down the football field. Unfortunately for them, Big Ben Roethlisberger made a mistake attacking Stephon Gilmore on a play-action pass. Shotgun here for Big Ben Roethlisberger. He's going to go handoff to Kareem Hunt, who's going to have the outside edge, but he cuts back in. That was a mistake. Only gets about 3 yards on that play. Brings up a 2nd and 7. Tackle made there by Roquan Smith. And I should talk a little bit about the linebacker core for the SEC. Roquan Smith is going to be their starting middle linebacker at an 89 overall player, obviously out of Georgia. There's no left outside linebackers. All their outside linebackers are right. We're going to be seeing a lot of Von Miller and Zadarius Smith. But on pass rushing formations, you could see a little bit of Josh Allen and Preston Smith if we're having Von Miller at pass rush. Shotgun here, 1 tight end set is Big Ben Roethlisberger. Brings his guy in motion. He's going to go fake handoff to him and hand off to Kareem Hunt, who's going to get tackled for a 2-yard loss, actually 3-yard loss. They mark him. Big play made there by Jonathan Allen up the middle, I believe. We're going to have 2 Jay Allens on this team, so it's going to be a little bit confusing. But I believe it was Jonathan Allen, the 92 overall player out of Alabama. Brings up a 3rd and 9. And this is where Big Ben Roethlisberger has to, hopefully his offensive line can hold up long enough. And you're going to have to find a guy that's open. Hopefully, if I'm Big Ben Roethlisberger, the guy I've shown the most connection with, at least in the wild card matchup, in my opinion, was Deontay Johnson. It's probably who you go to here. Well, as long as Stephon Gilmore's not covering up. Shotgun here for Big Ben Roethlisberger. They bring up blitz. They run into it, and that's just not smart. He loses 2 yards on the 3rd and 9. Don't know why a draw would ever be a good situation on a 3rd and 9, but they call it anyways, and they're going to have to punt right back to this offense that just drove down the football field against their defense. Just a weird call, in my opinion. That's a call that you make. I mean, I get it to a certain extent, but you have to call it the draw not in the direction that the blitz is coming from. Obviously, you couldn't see the blitz coming from it. But if you didn't, then I don't know. I don't know why you would call that play. This is going to be returnable, though, by the SEC. Quickly met, and he's going to be able to return that, though, to the 37-yard line. Good return there. And onto the field comes Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott led a great response drive after his... it's Deebo Samuel, by the way, with the turn. Deebo, even despite being a phenomenal football player, is probably not going to see the field too much here, considering he's the number 5 receiver on this football team. Only DK Metcalf's ahead of him, but if you're wondering, it's Mike Evans, Amari Cooper, Justin Shepard, DK Metcalf. They bring Kari Blassingham onto the field again in a surprise move. 2 tight end set. Under center is Dak Prescott. They're going to go handoff to Derrick Henry, who's going to be quickly met in the backfield. And that's one thing I've been very impressed with this MAC defense so far. Terrell Basham there to meet the tackle. Terrell Basham's been playing extremely well. But their run defense has been pretty superb up until this point. They've been doing a pretty great job of stopping Derrick Henry. Shotgun here for Dak Prescott. They bring a 4-man rush. He has some time. He fires it wide open over the middle, getting it to Kyle Pitts. And this is what you got to kind of be worried about if you're the Mac Rams. Just this seemingly easy, just easy first down conversions. Guys wide open, quarterback not taking hits. Eventually got to consider bringing some unique blitzes to try and get pressure on Dak Prescott, get him hit, get him rattled. Under center here, but 2 tight end set is Dak Prescott. Derrick Henry lined up behind him. They're going to go pass here. 4-man rush. He fires it, and it's going to be caught by Hunter Henry. Hunter Henry on the curl brings up a 2nd and 2. But yeah, so far the Mac Rams defense hasn't been doing too great against the pass. Pass has been kind of its weak spot, which is weird because I always thought the SEC would be a more run-oriented football team, considering Dak is their quarterback and not some elite, quarterback talent. But Dak's still a 90 overall quarterback. He's still very, very good. He still has the ability to lead this team on a very long run in the postseason. Maybe even a Conference of Champions championship run. I do love this view of 54's belly, but I hope we move on from it so we do. 3 tight end set. Looks like probably a run here unless they try and fake him out. Under center is Dak Prescott. They're going to go handoff up the middle. Derrick Henry. He's going to be able to push his way for about a 3-yard gain, which is just enough to pick up that first down. Their drive is going extremely well. Obviously, there's just not a lot that the Mac Rams can do defensively to try and stop that. They just don't have the star power. But you just got to be creative with your defense. Under center here with 2 tight ends is Dak Prescott. They're going to hand off up the middle once again with Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry getting stronger as the game goes along. Rushes for 9 yards, almost a first down on the play. We're almost done with this first quarter of action, guys. It's gone extremely quickly. Almost it's going to be about a 22-minute episode, which is extremely quick for these things. But under center, once again, they bring Blasingame onto the field. It's Dak Prescott. Derrick Henry lined up behind him. They're going to hand off Derrick Henry. He's able to find a hole. He's able to work his way to about the 22-yard line, so 8-yard gain on that play as well. Brings up a 1st and 10. Clock still chugging for this SEC Giants football team. 1st and 10 coming up. And if you're the Mac Rams, you got to find a way to stop this offense. Blitzes are probably starting to be in due here. You got to force a field goal here and keep it and it wouldn't be 1 possession, it'd be 2 possession, but still, keep it a 10-point game instead of a 14 is big. Shotgun here is Dak Prescott. He's going to hand off to Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry is going to be tackled for only about a 3-yard gain there. And Derrick Henry's his last couple of runs got him to an average of 4 yards per carry. He wasn't doing that great early on, but he's starting to find his footing. This next play is probably going to be the last play of the first quarter. I hope you guys enjoyed it. 1 tight end set. Under center is Dak Prescott. Unless this is a throw. This could be a throw. It is a pass. He has time. He's eventually pressured, and he's going to get sacked. Almost caught by Khalil Mack, but Max Crosby finishes off the job, bringing up a big 3rd and 11 heading into the second quarter. Hope you guys have enjoyed it so far. It actually looks like it might be a tough matchup here. Khalil Mack brings in the pressure. Max Crosby finishes off. This could be an elite pass rushing duo. See moving forward. Adeniyi on the other side on the pass rush. So that's going to be kind of cool to see moving forward. But hey everybody, this is GGB saying adios amigos and good luck to both these teams moving forward.